Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to make you laugh. We're going to talk about how the narcissist is on the 4th of July. Narcissists love the 4th of July, and the reason that they love the 4th of July is because the 4th of July is like a big party to them in the sense that I'm going to get into explaining what a narcissist is going to do on the 4th of July. Well, during the 4th of July, there's plenty of barbecues, there's plenty of get-togethers, there's plenty of fireworks, and narcissists love it because, number one, narcissists, they love to be out and about, okay? So what a narcissist is going to do on the 4th of July is they're going to tell you that they got to stop by this barbecue. Oh, I got to stop by my mother's house. They're having a barbecue. Oh, I got to stop by my friend's house. I just got to say hello. Oh, I got to stop by this friend's house. They're doing a firework thing later on. All right. So they love it because they're going to go from house to house. It's a reason to be able to go from supply to supply to supply because, they're going to say, oh, they have to visit all these people, like their friends, their family on 4th of July. Meanwhile, they're going to see other supply, all right? It's a way for them to break out and go and be able to see other supply. The other thing that narcissists do on 4th of July, people are always barbecuing on 4th of July. But one of the things that a narcissist may get irritable and nasty about is if they're put on the spot to have to barbecue. They're gonna have if it's a covert narcissist, they're gonna have a face on. They're not gonna want to barbecue at all and have to be cooking and everything like that. If they're the ones that have to do all the cooking, so what they're gonna do is, they may have a face on during that. But then they'll always be drinking because a lot of narcissists are closet alcoholics. So that's another reason that they may love 4th of July, because it's a reason to be able to be drinking all the time and to numb out. Narcissists want to numb out. They don't want to be depressed. They want to be constantly numb out. And 4th of July is that kind of holiday where a lot of people are drinking and, this is what they like to do, is to numb out and feel pleasure. Now, when the narcissist starts drinking, it could go one of two ways. They can actually become nicer, or they can become a real mean drunk, all right? And this is where you see at barbecues and parties where fights break out and narcissists are arguing with other people because they've had too much to drink, all right? And people say, well, that could be anybody that's drunk that does that. Yeah, that's true. But when you're dealing with a narcissist gets, wicked with it. When when somebody says something to the narcissist or criticizes the narcissist about their cooking, their barbecuing, their food, what they said to somebody in their family, that's when arguments brew and fights start. And a lot of times when cops are called at barbecues, 9 times out of 10, there's a narcissist involved, okay? Because the narcissist takes it to the next level. That's the difference between a narcissist and somebody else, an empath, all right? People can have disagreements, but when a narcissist has a disagreement, they get wicked with it, and it could get out of hand. And that's when things happen. That's when cops are called. And the other thing, too, that gets out of hand is the fireworks. And believe me, I know this firsthand because where I live in a neighborhood where it's constant fireworks. Everybody in my neighborhood has tons and tons and tons of fireworks that they set off. And the fights that ensue, even with the neighbors, the fights that go on just about the fireworks. I mean, they're constantly setting off those fireworks like the whole month of July, the whole month of June. It's like, and the fights that go on between the neighbors, because they'll be setting those fireworks off at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and people have dogs, people have kids, some are vets that have PTSD, and the narcissist doesn't care. The narcissist doesn't care. How do we know that? Because the neighbors talk about it. The neighbors are always talking about it, and they say, please, I know you want to have a good time and everything like that, but, if you could just be considerate. And the narcissists, especially the narcissists in my neighborhood, some of them are real cruel and nasty, and they'll say, oh, I'm going to set them off just for you. I'm going to make sure I'm going to set them off all night. See, they don't care. They don't care they have no empathy for other people. Like if there's children, dogs, or veterans that have complained about the sounds of the fireworks. So narcissists are inconsiderate when it comes to things like that. Like nobody's saying not to have a good time, but they take it to the next level where their good time comes before anybody else. All right. And the 4th of July, like I said, is a time for them to drink, to party, to jump from barbecue to barbecue, to see other supply. It's a time for them to fight with people because, alcohol and maybe substances are involved. And it could be a very volatile day for a lot of people. 4th of July could be a very volatile day because of all of the partying and the substances and that narcissistic personality disorder trait, because they'll start fights with people over nothing. Or if you're dealing with a covert narcissist, they may not like the way you cook the food. They may put on a face. They may brood. They may not like your family coming over, and they're passive aggressive, where they may burn the chicken on the grill. Okay. They could do all these kinds of, that's why I say, you guys, covert narcissists are completely passive aggressive. They always do things to irritate you or irritate other people that they don't like, which it could be your family. They'll show up late, or they'll be sleeping, or they'll go upstairs and sleep if it's your people, your friends, your family. That's another passive aggressive thing they'll do on 4th of July or any holiday. Like they'll zone out and they'll go upstairs, say, oh, I got to lay down. They love to, oh, I got to lay down. And you're sitting there entertaining everybody. And it also gives them their privacy to be able to text and call other supply. And they'll make an excuse, and they'll want to leave early and tell you that they're going by their mother's or their homegirl or homeboy's house. They just got to stop by just to say hello quick at the barbecue. And that's a reason for them to see other supply. So 4th of July is great for the narcissist in the sense that they could jump around from place to place, because this is what a lot of narcissists do. They say, oh, I got to stop at this person's house, then go to that person's house, then go to that person. Or they say they got to go to the store, and they run out and they're gone for 3 hours, okay? Meanwhile, they're just going to get either alcohol, or they're going to get some food item from the store, or cigarettes or whatever, and they take forever because it gives them a reason to get out, call the other supply, and, be free. So this is how the narcissist is on 4th of July. They've got to try to make sure that they check in with all their other supply. They're also going to critique the food. They're always going to have something to say about the food. If you're the one barbecuing, they're going to say, oh, this is, you overdid this. Oh, you overdid the steaks on the grill, or, you overdid that. Or there's always going to be some kind of, correction. Narcissists love to correct you. And at certain get-togethers like that, especially barbecuing, nobody thinks they're a better griller than the narcissist, okay? They're the experts on everything. They know how to fry a steak. How to grill a steak. They know how to, do the corn. They know how to do all the sides and everything like that. And, when you're cooking, you may say something to them like, well, what do you think of the food? They'll say, it's all right. It's okay. What? I'm eating, aren't I? They'll make something like that and make you feel like, all the work you put into the food was no big deal to them. All right. They don't appreciate anything. Narcissists don't appreciate what you do, but they feel you should be appreciating everything that they do. You got to constantly praise them. You got to constantly show them, your appreciation. Even if they are the griller or the cook or something like that, you have to constantly say, "Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, this is really good. This chicken is delicious. Because a narcissist will ask you, "Well, what do you think of the chicken? What do you think of it?" They're waiting for you to say, "Oh, it's great. It's delicious. You did a great job." And if you don't say that, they will ruin your day. They will ruin your day. They'll have a face on. They'll zone off. They may go on their phones and just say, I'm just playing a game on my phone, because they're mad at you for something else. This is the covert narcissist. This is more passive-aggressive behavior. They're not going to come out and tell you they're pissed because you didn't compliment their cooking, but instead, what they're going to do is they're going to ignore you and dismiss you because you didn't give them enough praise. All right? You didn't give them enough praise. They're also going to get jealous if you're nice to everybody at the barbecue and you don't give them enough attention. If the narcissist is not getting enough attention at the get-together, they're going to get angry. And so they might pick on somebody. They might say something to somebody like, "Oh, why were you 5 minutes late?" Or why don't you help bring that food out of the house or something. They're going to pick on somebody if they're not getting the flattery and the attention. All right, this happens all the time. If a narcissist is at a get together and if they're not getting attention, and if somebody else is getting attention, God forbid you're getting the attention where people are talking to you and laughing with you, the narcissist is going to get jealous. They get jealous of the attention that other people give you. So the narcissist is going to get pissed off when they see that you're having a good time, and they'll also try to ruin it. A lot of them will try to ruin it the way they ruin birthdays and holidays. Like I said, they'll try to ruin it. They'll either have a face on and brood if it's a covert narcissist, or they'll make very little conversation with people. And if people say, "Well, what's the matter with so-and-so?" They'll say, nothing's the matter. Nothing's the matter. They'll try to ruin your day, make you feel uncomfortable. This is exactly what a covert narcissist does. How do I know? I've been through this. They will put a face on, and they'll especially do it around your friends and your family, okay? And people may come up to you and say, "What's the matter with your partner?" This and that. And you're like, "I don't know, but they're ruining the day. They're ruining the day because maybe they're angry. They're not getting the attention that they want, or maybe they're angry because it's not their family that's there, all right? A lot of times narcissists get jealous if you're celebrating with your family and not their family. And the only way you would know that is if you were married to a narcissist and had to deal with the families, you would know that, all right? So narcissists, they can make your life miserable when it comes to these holidays and birthdays, and 4th of July is one of them as well. And also, things also get very stressed out, like again, with the cooking and stuff sometimes, because if you expect the narcissist to grill and they don't want to sit in front of a grill, they're going to be this miserable person and have a face on, all right? Or, like I said before, they could start arguing with somebody and start picking on somebody. That's what a narcissist will do. If it's a covert narcissist, they'll brood. And if it's a overt or malignant narcissist, they're going to be, outright with it and start picking on somebody or something like that. Like, why weren't you watching the kids? Or, why did you leave this out? Or why didn't you bring that other bottle of liquor out? Or why did you open this bottle of liquor when you should have opened that bottle of liquor? Or something, okay? They'll pick on something because they're angry if they have to put work in. That's the narcissist that's entertaining and stuff. And they also could be stressed out too because they're thinking about their other supply that they have to contact, and they're stuck with you for a period of time, and they've got to get out to go see that other supply. So they could be on edge and anxious. That's why a lot of times when it's a holiday, you feel like the narcissist is there, but they're not really there. They're there in body, but it seems like their mind is somewhere else. And that's because their mind is somewhere else, because they're thinking about the other supply that they have to go see. So they're on edge and they don't want the other supply to get suspicious or nervous but yet they're stuck with you for a certain period before they can get out. So narcissists might get anxious. And the other thing too, like when it comes to the fireworks, some narcissists will set those fireworks off and won't even care. Okay. And like I said, I've seen that in my neighborhood where they were setting off the fireworks. It actually went through one of my neighbor's windows. All right. And they just didn't care. They didn't care that it could hurt people or the safety of people. And that's how narcissists are. They're very reckless and they'll do things like that. You know, it's not that you can't have a good time. Yeah, everybody wants to have a good time. But when it comes to a narcissist, their good time comes before everybody else's. And they feel there's no rules or boundaries. And not even when it comes to fireworks. They'll just set it off any which way and don't care who it hurts, whose house it hits, okay? I mean, we laugh about it over here. We laugh every time 4th of July comes over here. We're like, oh, they're gonna blow it up in this neighborhood. They're gonna blow it up, especially like where I live. Where I live is all cops and firemen, and they constantly are blowing up my neighborhood. All right. They love it. They love it. I mean, sometimes it's cool and stuff, but it's like nonstop, you guys, nonstop. They're going. So, you know, they don't care. They go, because they just want to, you know, party till the sun comes up. So that's how, but then the other people, the family people that have kids and everything like that, or the vets that are suffering from PTSD, they're all on the neighbors report and they're like, please, you know, can you be considerate this year? Can you be considerate of the fireworks? Please, you know, my dog was crying. I had to take my dog to the vet, or I'm a vet and it's really bothering me, or I have newborn kids, they're saying and stuff. So narcissists don't care. They'll set it off anytime. All right. And narcissists will be going from barbecue to barbecue. And narcissists will start a fight over something. And narcissists may be brooding that day. Narcissists will always find or something to start with. Or they'll go upstairs and say they're going to lay down. They don't feel good. They got a headache. Okay. I'm just going to go lay down. This way, they can leave all the responsibility to you to entertain everybody and to zone out and contact their other supply. So they'll go to a bedroom. They'll go to the bathroom. They'll be in the bathroom for 3 hours. You're out by the barbecue. You're hanging out. You're like, where is so-and-so? Oh, I don't know where they are. You're looking around the house. Oh, they're in the bathroom. Oh, they've been in the bathroom the last 3 hours. What are they doing? Oh, just taking my time in the bathroom. Why? So that could be an instance where they want you to do all the cooking and the entertainment. So they become unavailable. They're contacting their other supply, and you're doing all the work. Entertaining everybody, all right? Maybe cooking, entertaining people, and then they come out and they make like nothing, all right? So that's basically how the narcissist is on the 4th of July. So get ready, you guys, and have a great 4th of July for those that are celebrating it. Peace and happiness to everybody. God bless, and have a safe 4th of July. Hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for any one-on-one coaching, check out the link in the bio. Also, my YouTube, check out my YouTube, almost 7,000 videos. TikTok is The Game Exposed. Facebook is The Game EXP123, and Instagram is The Game EXP123. And have a great day.